So as soon as the blast went off, first thing I thought of was, this is what it feels like to be blown up. I was still conscious. I got shook around a little bit, but I never lost consciousness. They came running over, and then they threw me on a stretcher. 2 hours later, they got me on a vehicle, and then I was headed out to Landstuhl, Germany. My wife was currently finishing up a health sciences degree in Idaho. When she found out, she immediately contacted my family. They figured out how to get out to Bethesda, Maryland, and so when I arrived in Bethesda, after leaving Landstuhl, they were already there. I was in the hospital for a total of about a month and a half. Once I got out, started doing physical therapy on just getting me back up and moving. And then from there, we started looking more into prosthetics, and then I was able to start walking on sea legs. Currently, I'm living in San Antonio, Texas, just on the outskirts. And I'm just in an apartment complex. It's not wheelchair accessible. When I'm in the kitchen, as far as cooking, if I need to get something out of the fridge, I have to move out of the way to open the fridge, close the fridge, get back into position to cook. It's just wide enough for me to be able to turn my wheelchair around in. Getting things out of the closets is always a challenge because I'm having to use things to kind of pull things off of shelves that are too high. It's difficult getting around in a wheelchair. Sometimes it's just easier to hop around so that I don't have, but even then I have to get back in my wheelchair to reach high places. I know my wife always gets frustrated with me because our bedroom has all of our furniture to be able to hold all of our clothes, but I always bump into things because it's just so hard to maneuver in there. And then like the bathroom's always a challenge because we have the toilet, and then right up next to that is the shower, and then right next to that's the counter for the sink. Shaving, I normally just have to sit on top of the counter so I can be closer to the mirror so I can see what I'm doing, otherwise I'll end up cutting myself. Transferring in and out of the tub's I'm always having to be real cautious because of slipping. If it gets too wet, sometimes I'll have to get the towel and then dry off the tub, like the top of the tub first, so I can use that to be able to move over. So the first thing I noticed looking at the layout of the new home was the shower. I could roll in and sit on a seat and then have the shower right there. That was awesome. And then how the counter was cut out under the sink so that I could roll up to it and shave like that instead of getting water all over the place or having to kind of get myself real close to the counter. I can just roll right under there. Get in the fridge without bumping my wife out of the way of cooking. And then I also noticed with the cabinets, because it's really hard for me to reach high up into them, that they have to where I'll be able to pull like a rack out of there with stuff. Seeing how they have the automatic front door opener so that I can hit the button and go in, that was amazing, because my front door is totally scraped up on the apartment because I have to lean over, open it, and then I gotta push it open, make sure it's open. Anything heavy is always a challenge. I'm really looking forward to just not having all the restrictions that I currently have in my situation. My wife and I, in the future, are planning on having children. She's currently a nursing student down in San Antonio, Texas. I'm gonna start going to school, probably for engineering. Getting this house is gonna be a huge relief financially. Being able to pursue my dreams, being able to take care of my family, just knowing that I'll always have a place to come back to is gonna be amazing. I think people coming together to build this house for wounded veterans like myself, the community coming together, it really shows how much pride America has in their military, and I'm proud to say I'm a part of America.